Just die. Just die, bro. Just do this again.
Never. I'll never willingly die. Dead. Oh my god, he sucks.
Hello, but don't say goodbye. Caustic, you said you were leaving it. Pump thing. Now you
Hey guys, my name is Ollie, and today I'm going to be giving you the first part to the Valk guide. I know this was supposed to come out a long time ago, but it's been very, very difficult for me to record, so I'm just going to try to give it my best and make it into a little series that is easily digestible and concise. So we're just going to get right into it. First thing I want you guys to do is go to your settings under gameplay, and you want to turn off jetpack control from toggle to hold. This is going to make movement a lot easier for you, and I definitely highly recommend it. If you take anything away from this video as a Valk main, take this tip with you, please. Toggle is terrible. Don't use it. So the first thing I'm going to mention is people don't think you can bunny hop on Valk. This is not true. In the same case as you can't wall bounce on Valk, you can do both, but it's a little bit more tricky, and you have to do the timing a little bit more precisely. So, yeah. You can just Valk bunny hop like this. It's pretty much you take your left stick and you move it to whatever way you're looking, and then so if I'm moving left, I'm moving my left stick left, and I'm using my right stick to guide it, and then it's the same if you do it the other way, and that's pretty much how you do it. I jump with X and R3 to crouch, and I'm on toggle crouch, so if you use it on hold, it's still possible, but I'm just telling you what I use. So for the second thing, wall bouncing. Wall bouncing on Valk is a beneficial part, to say the least, of her kit. You need to be able to wall bounce on this character if you want to use her to her full potential. Specifically for this next tip that I'm going to show you, but let's just get into how you wall bounce. So you sprint, slide, take your left hand off the stick. When you stick to the wall like that, hit X, and you can do that. You can do a bunch of different redirects with this. Valk is literally the #1 movement legend on console or on controller. So yeah, I definitely recommend learning how to wall bounce. Just practice in the range. I have a video on it, but yeah, definitely practice that. Because that moves into the next tip, which is redirecting out of a wall bounce. So once you hit a wall bounce, you kind of get high in the air and you can jetpack out. Opposed to as you have to jump and then jetpack, which just goes in whatever way you're going. But this key aspect, I use it all the time to get away from people in fights and stuff, and you guys need to practice this. I'll try to have a clip on the screen showing you guys what I mean. Yeah, this is a very, very effective thing, and you can also save a lot of fuel because look how high you get. So you can save that fuel from the initial flying up stage. So another key aspect of her kit, which people don't think you can do on controller, but you can kind of hit a tap strafe. It's the closest thing you're going to really get to a tap strafe on controller, but I'm going to show you how to do it. You literally just turn around 180. Now, if you hold down your aim thing, you can do this. It's a little slower, but it'll keep you level. So it won't give you that like burst. So you can definitely do that, or you can just do this. It's not bad. Whatever you do is fine. You can figure out how to do it in the range. You're pretty much just gonna slide or do whatever sort of movement forward and then spin around. You can either do a 90-degree turn or a full 180 and just completely spin around instantly. And it's pretty hard to hit in game for people, so it's kind of difficult to see when they're gonna do it. So it's very beneficial to help enemies miss bullets. And I'm going to honestly bring that into the next point. If you have a Valk on your team, always be looking at them, because when you're getting shot at, say this guy's shooting at me, right? And I'm doing panic packing in the air, you know, like confusing him, making him miss all the shots. He's having a hard time to kill me. He's probably going to kill me. Him and his teammates are probably going to kill me. But because they spent so much time looking in the air shooting at me, your team has ample opportunity to just absolutely beam them and just kill them every single time. This is a very effective strat, and if you have a Valk in your team that's good and knows to do this trick, you will be winning, I would say, 50% more gunfights, and that could cause a lot more wins in the season and a lot more kills for you and your team, whatever the case may be. I'm going to bring up the next tip now, which is only a controller tip. So I'm sorry if you're on M&K, but this is a controller thing. You can actually animation cancel Valk's jets and pull out your gun faster. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is kind of cheap. I do it a lot, but that's just because I get in really shitty situations where I'm alone and I'm against a 1v3 pred stack and they're just aping me. So I do pull this out quite a bit, but what you do is you fly up, and once you cancel your jets, take off your X, like for flying, you're going to press LB or L1 and then RB. So it's like to use your ultimate, it's like to use an ultimate accelerant pretty much. You're going to fly up, cancel L1, R1. You hold L1 and then press R1, like right after you start holding it. So that's pretty much how you do it, and it's a lot faster, significantly faster to pull out your gun. I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. Like, it's significantly faster. So if you're a controller player and you want to use that, feel free. I'm not sure if it's considered cheating or not, but it's in the game and you can do it on Wraith. You can do it on any legend to cancel abilities. So yeah. The next movement tech that I want to show you guys is a super glide. Now, super gliding on Valk is really good, especially combined with the tap strafe kind of technique that I just showed you guys. You can use them both together to kind of bamboozle people or do whatever, but I think the most beneficial part of it is that you can go a lot further because the momentum you take with the super glide also goes with the jetpacks, so you can use fast distances really quick and kind of surprise people like this. And you can also use it just to get out of sticky situations. Wings out. Just like that. Very strong. So, yeah, I definitely recommend practicing that along with the wall bounces and bunny hops in the range. Just go anywhere that's flat. Pick a mantle spot. What you're going to do is you're going to mantle. At the top of the mantle, you're going to jump like this and crouch at the same time. I have toggle crouch, so it makes it a little easier, but I am on console, so I'm on 60 frames, so it's just easier in general. But yeah, this is how you do it, and it's very helpful. And if you tie that in with wall bouncing and bunny hopping, you're going to be a difficult person to kill on Valk. So I know you guys can do this. Just takes practice. You will get it down. It's just a timing thing. Where did that just go? Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, I feel like people don't know this, but it's called level flying. And basically, instead of going straight up in direct mode, you can hold down your stick or your aim button, and you're going to fly level like this. Now, this uses up a ton of fuel, so I don't recommend using it all the time. But if you're in a building, per se, I would definitely recommend using this. You can still use it to tap strafe around corners. Not really tap strafe, but redirect your movement around a corner. So if you're going forward like this, you can like take a really sharp corner without stopping your momentum. So that's a pretty good tip I can tell you guys. I feel like I don't see anybody using this, and I use it all the time, especially in streamer building or just buildings in general. Usually if you do this, you're going to hit your head on something, and then you're going to lose all your momentum and most likely just die. This happens to me all the time, and it's really painful, but it's okay. So I know you guys can do this. Just practicing that and just practicing your movement in general. Wings out. And then you can like do stuff like that. And also, if you like slide out of your jetpacks, you gain a bunch of momentum. Unless you're really high. So like if you do this and then slide, you're gonna get momentum. And it's really, really good for just getting out of certain sticky situations. So yes, I'll tell you how to do that. Another thing that I don't really see a lot of Valks utilizing enough is something that I learned on Pathfinder. So pretty much when you are on height and say I'm getting pulled up on by someone on the zip, right? I'm like very low HP. If I drop down and he follows me, I can just take height back up again, right? And you can do this multiple times. Like, enemies will fall for it multiple times, so definitely use this a lot. This is like very, very beneficial. Just drop, take height back again. They're gonna keep falling. They probably
60?
will not hit you. So I know you guys got this. Just practice it. A lot of these different techniques are gonna be just, you gotta just think about them and then put them into your gameplay. But always be thinking when you're playing.
That's a different team. I fried one. Knocked one?
Say goodnight to another enemy.
Oh, no.
Now, another thing I see a lot of Valks not doing correctly is using their fuel consumption optimally. So if you wanted to get over there, per se, you wouldn't go the entire way flying. You want to slide off of it and then use it to slowly bounce across a large gap. So if you see my entire fuel, like I've still got like quarter of a bar. And I just made it that entire way. Like, it's not super far, but you can also use it in, like, dire situations. Like, if I was stuck here and I only had this much fuel, slide off, you're chilling, right? You're just vibing out. You only use boost one time, and you can still make it all the way back. Like, you just need to know how much fuel you're having and not to waste it. So try to bounce as much as you can.
Are you just full sending right at the fucking power move? I'm doing it. I stunned them both, super heavy.
Wings out.
You can also use Valk's jets to cancel all stunning animation. So basically what you want to do right before you touch the ground, you're just going to use the jets.
Wings up.
And you're going to continue with your momentum. This is another thing that's really beneficial. And you do get momentum whenever you use your jets forward or backwards, whatever way you want to use them. So just keep that in mind, that you will go further depending on how much momentum you have.
Give me the swing.
And you can keep that in with slides and bunny hopping and stuff, and it'll really help you.
Mirage, jump down. He's rezzing.
I stuck him.
Oh shit!
Now, if you're on PC, the animation cancel thing will not really help you. But this is a different technique that I used before I knew how to animation cancel. So obviously, if there's an enemy on height and you fly up, you do this, it'll take a while for your gun to come out, right? So what you can do to cancel this animation is hit the wall right before you get up and then climb it, and your gun will be straight out. So this is a little bit weird to get used to, but you just need to get ready for the climbing. Now, it's a little faster, especially for M&K, but yeah, that's a really useful technique I can tell you to use. Also, if you use your rockets, you won't be able to animation cancel because it's something to do with the interaction between your rockets and your ultimate. So just so you guys know that, that's how it works. I also didn't mention this in the video, but if you use doors to your advantage or height like this, you can immediately go past people and take height really easily and have angles like this. And as we all know, it is very difficult to shoot on first attacks, especially on controller. So if you hold doors and enemies break them, you can usually fly over them. If they sit on the door and then get off it to avoid damage, you can literally just fly right past them and free kills for days, baby.
I stuck one. 160. What the fuck? I can't see anything.
Another thing that I feel like not a lot of people know is you can actually save some of your rockets. So if you're in a bad situation, you can shoot at your rockets, and then right before all of them come out, you can pop a cell, and it'll only shoot like 1 or 2 missiles, and it'll recharge the cooldown like this really fast. I know this isn't really with the passive, but I thought I would just show it to you because it's an animation cancel, and I was showing you guys how to do the other thing. So that's kind of all I have for the passive. I'm going to try to make this as concise as possible and put in a bunch of clips for you guys to see what I'm talking about and understand it a little bit better. But Valk is a very strong legend, especially for controller. You can have the beams and the movement in one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you could drop a like and a comment, I would really appreciate it. See what you enjoyed, and I can't wait to make part 2 for you guys. It's going to be out on the tactical, and I have a bunch of stuff to teach you about that as well. So if you want to see more, drop a sub, and I will catch you guys later. Love y'all.
Don't forget to subscribe to Lil Ollie Pump
and follow him on all of his socials.